Select Board to order.
This conference will now be recorded.
I know, it's like, okay, technology, we seem to be doing okay. We're, well, of course, we're being recorded this way, but we got this as well, so. Carol, is there anybody else calling in? I think it's gonna be quiet.
Liz Courtney from Guyhan Valley Hall is also on the line.
Okay, great, Liz. Let's see. Okay, if we don't have anybody else, let's, we'll start with Russell.
Okay.
You have a request, or you want to know what we're interested in?
I guess I want to know how this is going to work down the road, because that road has to be a town road according to the permit, which I can do, but then when these people buy, they're asking the question, how do you do this road? So do I set up a road association, or does the town take the road over once it is from up to town road? That probably won't be this year. I replaced the culvert. I had the culvert engineered, and I replaced the culvert because the culvert was all rotted out. The culvert was there, and I was afraid it was going to take out the whole road. Went down that dip.
Was that ever a town road?
No.
No, but did Ron send you here's what you need to do to have something become a town road?
Yeah,
Okay.
I read all that
Okay.
stuff. But I just wondered what the criteria is, because it doesn't exactly say that because that's one thing that Matt Reed had me confused on, because he was confused on too, because he said, well, when it's the town specs, the town takes it over. And Ron said, no, it doesn't work that way.
That's right.
So what's the criteria for it to be taken over?
Criteria is that it can't be more than 8.5%, as you said.
Yeah.
And if it's a town road, it has to be 24 feet wide. But that's my question to you. Do you really want to turn it into a town road?
I really don't.
How come it has to be?
But that was in the permit.
This may be a distinction without a difference. But the town can take over a road, and that doesn't have to make it a town road, right?
No, if a town takes it over, it's gotta be a town road.
Yeah.
Because the town can't put their trucks on anything that's not a town road.
I don't know what the writing is, why it has to be turned over to a town road, but I think it would be better for the people that are going to build out there and you, if it kept right. Absolutely.
I would, but then how do I just engineer the road, but not the town specs? Like I had the culvert engineered. That was $1,300 and a 30-inch culvert, which I wanted to do that and I want to make sure it was right. And I want to make sure the road's wide enough. But I think Dean Walker messed up a few things in there when you go to there's no way to get a 60-foot or whatever they want for a turnaround on the other side of that brook. You run right into the bank, you run into a sewer system.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take the size of the truck.
Before we put the cart in front of the horse and the horse behind the cart, or whatever you want to say, I think, Russell, we better figure out why it has to be turned into a town road.
You don't have to be.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I think it says in that permit, and I think that was from the town and not the state of Vermont, but four homes have to have a town road. Has to be on a town road. That's the way I understood it when I read it.
No, because we were trying to give up.
I never heard of it.
Or it had to be brought to town specs. They weren't going to call the town, but that's what I thought when.
Well, and maybe go to town specs because they're talking about fire coverage,
Okay.
ambulance coverage. Even though it's not a town road, the town is liable to get that fire truck to a building up there in case of emergency,
Okay.
or an ambulance and stuff.
All right.
But that don't mean you have to turn it to a town road, or the town has to maintain it.
But
Now,
I'm gonna need you guys to work with me, because that's.
No,
Yeah,
we'd be
That's
glad to
part of
talk
it.
about
They
it,
say there's no way I can make that
because
turn.
we want all the taxes we can get.
Well, I would think you guys would. That 8% grade's gonna kill you on that.
Well, yes, it is, but that was kind of into another scenario
I
that
know.
was brought to us.
Yeah. And I know some people build these crazy roads. There's some going in Stowe down there right now that are probably
It's crazy.
40% grade.
I
I
know
mean,
it.
they're right straight down.
so for what he would need would be just a 16-foot road, like
I
what's
think
up there
it's 18.
18?
Yeah, I think it's 18.
Well, we talked about, remember last meeting, we talked about the Webster Road.
Yeah.
And that was brought up to town specs, or to Yeah, town specs for the purpose of ambulance and other stuff. And I went up there, remember, and I said, I measured it, it was 14, and then Ron said that, 16 overall was what it was.
Right.
I measured the travel portion of it. I was wondering, maybe using that as an example, maybe not, but,
It don't have to be 18,
yeah,
but you have to have a pull-off, 2-foot
shoulders.
pull-off, so many feet, so the fire truck coming this way, fire truck coming one can pull off,
Yeah,
and go
right.
volume, keep
So,
going.
so that would figure, because like I said, I measured the travel portion of the road, and that would figure out, so it'd be, yeah. So that's part of it, 18 feet, wide, and then the travel portion, 16 probably with 2 feet on each side. That'll give you a start, and then, but that road up there, do you know where the Webster Road is? Yeah. And you go all the way up to the end, you take a right.
Yeah.
Right there, there's a bunch of mailboxes right there. There's a section, 420 feet, that I just looked at out there. If you went out and looked at that, I think that would give you an idea of what the towns would be expecting and would approve.
I put a 40.
For the ambulance, fire, and,
Okay.
emergency vehicles.
Because I put a 40-foot culvert in there, 30-inch, 40-foot culvert, so it's plenty of white not there, and then it's just the turnaround. I can see in Dean Walker how he drew stuff, it's on a piece of paper, nothing's to scale, and they run into stuff. I said, there's no way we're gonna make a turnaround in here. They'll be big enough so there'll be a turnaround, because where you go to get to Rick's Law, I took some of the fill and pushed it down around to get to the 8% grade down below.
Now, do you really, in the back of your mind, wanted a town road?
No, I really didn't. I mean, Rick was asking me, of course, his idea was, well, I'm gonna have to pay the plow it, but I'm like, I don't think I really want a town road.
No, because if the town specs it is 60 foot, and then town road, you ain't gonna go to 60 foot.
Right,
This is not a town road.
right.
Okay.
Because actually, I'm on a private road. I wouldn't be on a town road.
No, you're right.
No, we're fine, and we know we got plenty of space for fire trucks and ambulances to get there and turn around and get out and do all that sort of stuff, but we wouldn't come close to being a town road.
Right.
And there's no, and what we just all do is sort of say, here's what it's gonna cost for the, to do something. We've never formed a formal association, but mostly with the people on the road, you say, here's what we're gonna, here's what we're gonna do. We hire one guy to come in and plow all of it in everybody's driveways.
That's good, as long as everybody gets along. I live on the same situation,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they did a road association, the good thing they did. Except they didn't do it right. I'm on the first one on the road, and everybody pays an equal price, which is usually the further out you are, the more you pay.
Right.
There's 7 houses on that thing and more stuff.
I remember somebody take area though, pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. On the side of the roads, but it's just like, and then you hear all these others. I used to plow one in Mocha. They didn't have a road association. Of course, two houses up there wouldn't pay it.
Yeah.
And it comes to fixing the road up, and I believe that's why I kind of got to set this up when I sell the lots, either a road association.
Yep.
I tell you now, I own land up on the Jones Road in Norfolk, up in Woka.
Yeah.
When Ellery built it
Yeah.
way at the end. Well, the first 3-4 people had to make that 1-2 miles up. Had to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as long as people know that when they're buying the lot, that's
Well, that's what
no
I want to do,
problem.
because I don't
Yeah.
intend on selling anymore right now anyway.
Right,
I'll
but get it in,
I'll
as
get it on tax.
look at some good models of associations, so when people know they know what they're buying in.
So what we gotta do here is to
Yeah.
get this straightened out, why he says that it says in your contract that it has to be a town road. We gotta get that brought together.
Can you scan that to me?
I will.
And
Yeah,
let
if
me
you
give
give me your
you
email
my,
address,
Yeah.
I'll give you my email address, and then you can,
That's where we gotta start.
you can scan it to me.
Right.
Yeah, because it looks like when Gordy went through the process, that the 3 lots were fine, but once he added that other lot, it triggered that town road to town spec.
Right, because it's a development.
Yeah, because you don't want that down, because then you're gonna
Which is-
have to.
It's probably in the plan.
Inside.
I mean, I could see if it was a great big long road, but this is just a short distance in there.
I got one more question.
Yeah.
Do you think it sells better with a town road? A lot?
I don't think it would. I think
I
a lot
don't
of
think
people
it would
that want
either.
the private road.
Me too.
I would, and I think Well, you gotta understand, Rick, he's a little, you know, it's $1.50, and it's like, I ain't gonna have to pay to plow this.
But at least you can plow it and you can do it when you want
Yeah,
to, and you ain't gonna listen to the backup horns all morning long.
yeah. Oh, I'd rather not see the town road, and I think it's better for everybody that's living out there. And you don't have people driving out there, sitting out there doing drug deals at the end of the road, and you gotta kick them out of there. It's like, how do you get them out of there? Because that's nice and private out there, you drive
Yeah,
out there,
yeah.
there's only 4 houses out there, and there's a lot of stuff that happens like that.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
private would be better.
But that's
Okay.
just my question, and I was a little worried about that the more I read it, and I said, well, why don't you go over and talk to them?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
And I just think the 8% grade, you guys, it's gonna kill you. You gotta, you
Well,
need
that's
tax dollars in this town.
That's the planning commission, so,
yeah.
Yeah, and plus, yeah, the fire truck is trying to
Yeah.
make it.
right, that's
Yeah.
what, that
Yeah.
becomes the issue with the fire trucks
Yeah.
on there.
And I know somebody that's talked to me about it, and they're absolutely right. We live in the mountains.
Yeah.
You know, how do we get, you know, beyond the 8.5% grade? I mean, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah. And I know you see something, like I went out that Mountain View Estate, or whatever it is, I was like, wow, I drove out that road, I'm like, oh my word. Of course, it was after the spring pothole way out there, it was just a nasty road up to there, and some of them houses got some pretty steep driveways. But I just started looking around and I said, well, we're just gonna take it right around and see what else is going on over here.
But
Yeah.
I think as a board, I think we do everything we can to help him out.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, I think Matt, after it cost more money than I thought it was gonna, but I'm getting it right, so we moved one lot, and one lot was way up in the back, almost up onto that Blackberry, or what is the name of that, there's a little road up there, it's not
Oh,
very,
yeah, yeah,
on Blackberry Lane,
yeah.
it's not very far, you walk through the woods, I was
Yeah.
surprised when I went up through there, cause I thought it was open wood, there's a house, there's
Well,
another house.
You see, that used to be Gordy's place.
Yeah,
Because Wyatt was the last place.
Yeah.
Gordy's boy.
oh, is that right? Well, see, that furthest lot is on top of that hill, but it was a lot of getting the road up in there. You could've got the road up in there, and it would've made a wicked nice site, but I was like, I'm not fighting with this 8% grade up through here. We'll be moving dirt for months, and there was a couple of wetlands issues up there, I said, I'm not doing this. I said, but we had Matt draw it all in the end. It'd be different if you're gonna have it for your home site, but I'm gonna sell it, so we moved it down, so it's next to right in front of the camp now, it's gonna be off to the, as you go up, it can't be off to the right, so it's still gonna be out of sight.
I believe we got a good rapport with Matt too, and I'm working with him on another project too. For,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I
He's-
think
he's terrific.
very sharp about stuff, and he's easy to
Yeah.
work with, and
Yeah.
Yep, no,
Oh, he's excellent.
Yeah.
So,
you're trying to do things right, and I just, that was my only spiel, I kept looking at that town road thing, I'm like,
Yeah,
No, you don't have to do it.
okay,
The lots, how big are the lots gonna be?
2.5.
yeah, they're about 2.5.
Yeah.
yeah. See, I don't know what's in the zoning, so if the zoning is,
I think it's 2.5.
well, it's the 2.5, but if it's more than 3 houses, does zoning say you have to do something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, I think the town triggered that when Gordy put that other lot.
Yeah, but what the town triggers is what the planning process is, so
Yeah,
that's the,
yeah.
right, so it's the, right. Okay, we'll figure it out.
As long as you guys will work with me towards the
Yeah.
end. If I get a turnaround, I'm not hitting, there's no way I can get that turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah.
We run into some ledge out there, I didn't think we were gonna run into it either, but there's some ledge.
I think people would be happier with a private road.
Yeah, I do too, I think.
how long do you think it is overall? What you want to achieve, the length of the road?
Like the road?
I was trying to think of that, I saw that when I would come over here, I said I should have taken a wheel and gone all the way up to this, I would say 600 feet out there.
600 feet approximately, yeah.
That's starting from the town road.
Down road out to over across the culvert, there's one lot's before you get to the culvert. And then the other 3 lots are once you cross that 30-inch culvert.
I've been up at Gordy's. Well, that's, it's all 600-800 feet up there.
Yeah. Well, where the roads all separate, then it's probably another 100 feet, it is out there, so. Yes, yeah, I'll take 680 to Gordy.
Dave, you know where it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to get a specific, I'd like to get up here and take a look
Yeah,
at it.
just by the
See if
lamp
I
place.
got the other idea, what?
Right by the old Silver Ridge, the lamp place.
Yeah, without it, just past it?
No, before.
Before, okay, okay.
The
It's
road
on the right, goes down in there?
The road
Yeah.
before. Almost right across from Silver Ridge Design.
Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah, okay, yeah.
There's another question brought up today, I guess I better bring it up
Which way am I
now.
going? No, it's-
The guy at the light place wanted to put something out next to the road saying, I don't know if he wants to do a pulling like Gordy did or whatever on a stone, as long as I'm out of the right of way, but I need a permit for
Not
something.
long drill, the 25
Yeah, watch
foot.
out about, yeah.
Okay, alright. Cause he approached me, called me, said, I'd like to put something up out there, and I said, well, I'll split it with you, I've been thinking about it, and I'm just doing something.
Nice.
Everybody knew.
Yeah,
it.
that'd be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, that'd be nice. Just to let us know and we can
Yeah,
give you a little publicity about it.
All
Maybe
right.
do something nice when you do it. It would be
yeah,
nice to do
I will
that.
be nice, I just,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
I was gonna go through his point book tonight, and give it to Jody and try to pick out, and have somebody carve it in, maybe put it into a big rock or something.
Yeah, that'd be really
I
nice.
think it should be done, something
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have some good points.
Yeah.
Some you could read in public.
That's right.
Alright, Tom, all said I
Okay.
guess.
Okay, super, great, thank you.
Okay, give me that.
I will, and I'll
permit.
go through this tonight or tomorrow morning and see what I can find.
Perfect.
Okay,
And that's my number two, so either text me or call me the things you got.
yeah, and Ron's been getting to work with too over there. He's been
Yeah.
doing this stuff.
Yeah, you're very knowledgeable.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I didn't know about the permits, the last permit I got laminated, I said, I like, that one, I kept wanting to change it, because I don't want somebody to say, because I don't know if the neighbors are like that, lady come over and gives the guy that bought Gordy's house a little grief, because he had some windows. Just put them out beside the road, and put them for free. Pretty soon they were all gone, there's still 2 seconds. He says, that's all my money. I said, just go get them all from there. All right.
have a good evening, Rob.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. The culvert bids.
Yes, we've got, you got the copies of those. And
Yep.
did you get my,
I did.
email I sent out to everybody?
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't, I hadn't even looked at it yet. I just see it outside, I was thinking of the number.
I want everybody to look at it before we decide which one.
Here, you want,
Dave and I were here.
Yeah, thank you.
I talked to Ed from Hutchins,
Yes,
and I talked
Yes, you wanna
to
look at it?
Carol from Avery's in Wake.
yep,
They call them one of the bids.
okay, great.
And
okay,
Raymond
all
was
right,
there,
just a second.
Yeah.
Let me see, you need,
Not bad for this time of year, you can always bids.
That's right, and, yeah,
yeah. I got,
I made it on.
oh, you made it on, okay, I was just texting you a number, okay. Okay, it's Mark, there we go. Sometimes numbers pop you right through, and sometimes it's just amazing. This is Mark French. Okay, we're just getting to the bids. Was Mark here?
no,
No, he was, right, because I,
yeah, today,
yeah, it was his grandmother's graveside service today. Have you seen the bids, Mark?
No, I haven't.
Ah, okay,
Want me to haul them out to you?
yeah.
Okay.
It's quite a range.
Mark, we had 5 bids. 5 bidders. The first one was Nick Minosh. And Nick come in at $65,675.
65,000?
$65,675.
670.
We had outfit out of Wakefield, Vermont, Williamstown, Vermont, Avery Excavation. He came in at $66,600. Very, very close.
Yep.
Contractor's Crane Service out of Morrisville came in at $83,000. Lamoille Construction came in at $54,500. And Jay Hutchins came in at $45,121.
38,000, almost a $38,000 difference between the highest and lowest bid.
Now, working with Hutchins before, have you any reason why you have any doubts about Hutchins?
No, we've always had a good working relationship with them, and they seem to stand behind their work for us too in the past.
Okay,
Great.
because that was definitely the lowest bid.
Yep.
Okay, I guess you answered our question then.
It's a pretty amazing spread. Whew.
Now, what about the pavement part of that? When is that gonna be looked at?
Well, we want to see, we're working,
Part of the pavement.
Oh, a second.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mark, it's Brian, and we're going to discuss that in just a few minutes here probably, but we want that road to be looked at to try to see what condition it is and what we will need to do. We're trying to figure it out in advance, what we're going to do to upgrade it so that the pavement we do put onto it won't be gone in 5 years. And so let me see if I can find that firm. I got so many messages here.
Is this Summit? Summit?
I think it was Summit.
Yeah. Yeah, Summit Engineering.
Yeah.
And they were going to look at it, and I had an email with him, and I'm not sure if we really got what we will need from them. We want to do some sort of a little core samples along the road so we can figure out what's underneath it, and that wasn't quite included in what they were proposing. And then they were saying something about they may have to sublet that out to get what we need for the core. And I want to discuss it with the board about should we just go with a contractor who will do the core work and not have to worry about the middleman type of thing? Right? We've got to figure that out. So that's still in discussion.
Right.
On that.
Okay.
So we want to try to figure out best we can ahead of time what we're looking at underneath that pavement.
Right.
So that's our next step is that, and of course we'll be gathering information when they start doing the excavating for the culverts.
Now, when they start excavating for the culverts, was the plan to reclaim it all one shot in the beginning, or do we really know what the plan is?
We're not going to reclaim at this point in time, and it depends on those samples that we're looking to get, if we need to reclaim it or not. If there's some areas where we need to get it right, all the pavement reclaimed, then we'll be doing that to get down to whatever sublayers that are inferior.
You're gonna run that by me
and
again?
the Cleveland Corners Hill is part of this project?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll have to drag box that before winter, if that's not the case.
Especially on the right-hand side going up.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Roland, what it is we want to find out what we got underneath the pavement. If what's underneath there is not good material, we want to replace it and put something in there that will take the load of the road and stuff like that, so it won't.
I thought we were gonna put gravel on it anyway.
And mill it all together, but we wanted to make sure if there's anything down below that's gonna, you gotta have a good foundation, as we all know. And then make sure nothing's in there. We don't want to have stumps or something down inside there and having to work over those. We got to pull them out and make sure it's going to be a good road.
I don't think you're gonna find nothing like that.
And
Stumps and stuff. You're gonna find stumps and boulders. Yeah, but look at the road, it's held up good all these years. Just a blacktop. Now where's the question? The question was, there's stumps and boulders there, and the answer is yes. If you put another 10, 12 inches of gravel on top of what you got there and grind everything, no sense of going down and disturbing the rest of the base. No, I'm not grinding, you just ask me if there's something.
So let me, part of the reason for talking, because see, it's like, here's an idea here, and here's an idea here, and it isn't part of it getting some professionals to come through and do it and see what they recommend that we do. And Mark is the piece that's, or Brian's the piece that's missing, because we talked about where they're doing borings down through it, right?
That's the piece that was missing, yeah.
Right, but is that necessary where they're doing the culverts? Or is this from the culverts up?
That it would be from Cleveland Corner down of where the testing would be. No, I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, we talked about doing the whole thing. So we'll know when it comes time next year to do the other. So it might as well hire them just once and get it all done, testing.
And so you can't go by culverts, the culverts, because when they put the culverts in, they put gravel and everything in there.
Right, okay. So what Summit is missing is, so is this proposed, like, minus, but it doesn't have the borings?
It doesn't have the boring, and that's what I sent to, Mr. Gray, what was his name?
Weber,
Yeah, okay.
Doug Weber.
Okay, Weber, but anyways, that was the response I gave back, and I CC'd it to you, Susan, I think, and Ron. And anyways, so I'm thinking, I mean, you gotta find out what's underneath that, to make sure it's a good,
Right.
good base.
Right,
I wanna invest the money and make it a good investment and not have to have the taxpayer pay again down the road.
okay, so, Mark, what do you think so far?
Yeah, I see bored before we invested money in gravel, we don't know what the base is.
So I guess we just wait to hear back from,
Yeah, well, Ron, I wanted to talk to Ron too, and I know he's on vacation, so, that'll slow down the process a little bit, but, I wanted to hear what the board thought about the idea as well, about making sure that that boring was done. But again, this company here did not include that, they'd have to subcontract it out. And if we had somebody else that did that, we wouldn't have to pay for them and for the other person. Basically,
On these bids here, you mean?
No, on
no,
this.
no, we're through with that.
Okay.
This is,
Yeah.
you guys, it was in your packet, the letter from Summit Engineering.
Oh, yeah, that was, I read it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we gotta find out if everybody's bidding on the same exact thing. Like you said, you know, somebody omitted it and they were
Yeah,
Well, this
$20,000
is,
cheaper.
this is the only person that we've,
Yeah.
because we've done a lot of other work with them. And they've
and I
done a lot
don't
of
know
work in
where,
town, right.
where maybe Ron had, I think Ron worked with this company.
Yeah, we've
before.
done a lot with Summit Engineering.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so anyways, but like I said, when I was reading through it, I couldn't understand, I didn't see anything about boring or the sublayers. And it was based on, what I felt was speculation on the top, just by viewing the top. You gotta get in there, you gotta find what's in there before you.
But Brian, that road up through there is, how long has it been since it's been blacktop?
And never blacktop. Blacktop or chip seal.
Okay, but you look at the road, I mean,
Did you read the letter from,
I did.
okay. So, and do you know any of these, I figure you must know some of these state people that are working for them now? Okay,
So, if you've got that good road up through there, and you add some more gravel this year, and grind it all in, you're still gonna have a good road. I mean, your burring's not gonna tell you if you got a stump here or stump there, because they're gonna burrow every 300 yards, 400 yards.
But what I will say, and I think Mark, you agree with me, is that road does not frost heave in the spring of the year.
There you go. That's all you need.
yeah, that definitely tells you a lot.
This engineer's gonna,
What, Mark?
Yeah, I just feel, what is it, 30 years since it's been paved, actually blacktop?
30 years?
The blacktop, it was chip sealed 12 years ago. Or 10 years ago. The blacktop, I can't remember, but, well, I can, I was at the house, so I've been there 33 years, but it's been
Long
20,
time,
20,
yeah.
25 years anyways.
Okay,
And I had no idea about the.
That's why I don't think there's a big base problem up there, because it's, if you look at the road, it's held up pretty good, I think 30 years.
Yeah.
And,
So
and
you
the,
wanna
o-
skip
the
that
only
process?
thing that's out of shape is where the
Well, I
traffic
think we wanna
travels,
do this,
natural wear.
but I don't know that we need to bore.
What are we gonna gain from that? I'm, just for lack of knowledge, I'm just trying to figure out what we're gonna gain by that. If we do what Roland's saying, is chip it and mix the gravel with it, then we won't have to do any of that. And if we don't have any frost heaves coming up out of it, maybe we could save some money on it. Now, is there any, did they give a price?
Yeah, 5,800.
And how many feet does it say? I don't remember how many feet between drills they're gonna do.
These people aren't drilling.
They're not drilling
No,
Roland.
but you know, they're gonna drill every so many yards up the road. I mean, a couple hundred yards up the road.
Yeah, and that's gonna be hit or miss.
Yeah.
So skip that and then just plan on, grinding and mixing the gravel with it and then.
Well, you got a good sub base right there now, I'm pretty sure you do, because that road's never broke up. And the only trouble is with blacktop, it's worn. So if you take and put some gravel over this year, you know, if you do, the sides are broke off. You look at the sides of it and they're broke off.
Yeah. And it's cracked, you go for a walk and it's cracked.
It's cracked, yeah.
You can look down that far.
So if you put 8 inches of gravel in the middle, you're gonna have a foot on the outside, and then have your grinder come along and grind that, and you're gonna have a good road.
Grind up the concrete at all?
Grind the
whole thing.
blacktop and the gravel right together.
Now, are you saying all the blacktop?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Don't we have to know how thick the blacktop is?
Well, it's probably 5-6 inches deep.
Well, I'm telling you this.
That will tell you when you do your culverts.
Yeah.
But you put in the contract, you put in the bid, you just want everything grinded. The gravel, they can go down 18 inches.
Yeah, once you grind that stuff, you've got some wicked material.
That'd be the best road. No, really, it does.
We'll put little tolls
That's the
on
way
it,
you
have
said it,
people
you
go
know,
up.
just the way you
I,
said it.
I've never done the gravel and the blacktop together, but I've been told in the seminars we went to and classes we went to, said that's the way to do it. And they showed us some pictures between this and that
I
and
think
this.
St. Albans does it, okay?
Oh, I can't. Yeah, Shelburne. No, Shelburne don't. I know what Shelburne does. I'll tell you later what Shelburne does.
Mark, do you think we should have Summit Engineering go ahead and do this, or do you think we're fine skipping that and doing as these guys are talking about? What do you think is the best way to proceed?
Well, if we do that, you added more of a price tag, because every driveway now, so if Roland's gonna lift the whole road up 8, 9, 10 inches, you gotta go back every driveway. I would say, I think I should see what that base is before we add gravel. We can't afford to, what was the price tag on gravel then?
Ron had that, but it's not in here.
Yes, right.
One of my emails from like a month ago, and it's like buried in 2000.
Yeah, I know, it's like,
But when we lift that road up, you know, a foot or whatever, you know, every driveway we come across, it's gotta be, you know, quite an added price tag just to fix it all the driveways.
But you'll have a good road. And you got a little work to put the gravel in the dooryards, it's not a big deal.
Now, from the four corners down,
wait.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say, Mark?
I said for a road that hasn't been paved for 30 years or 30 plus years, I feel that the base is pretty decent up to there. You know, 30 years without really doing anything to it, you're gonna have wheel ruts. It's gonna be out of whack here and there.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been, you know, it hasn't been maintained the way it should have been, because, well, it's hard to have the money to do that.
you know, up my way, Mark, they did put gravel into there because Kenny put, fabric up through there. And I wanna say it's right,
That's also under drained up to there too.
right from the bottom of Hardscrabble Hill, right up to, the corner. I think they under-drained that and put in fabric.
So when you say that, that's what you're calling it a French drain, what I call French drain, where you put poured stone in and then the fabric on top?
No, they put pipe in there.
It's got pipe.
Remember that pipe we see where the culverts were all covered up with you tried to get that brush out of front of the culvert?
Yeah.
Well, there was an under drain right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they did. They
Okay.
put a pipe, they
I
run a
got you.
pipe in there and then they
Yeah.
run it out to the edge of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get the bottom, we're gonna bore, we ain't gonna bore.
I
So,
don't-
what,
I don't see
I'm
no
gonna make
sense
a
in it.
suggestion that we table it and we see what we find when we do the culvert.
I think there's a good base there. I really do.
And I really wasn't clear until right now that it had been 30 years on that road, so, and then the upgrades that you
We're
talked
doing all the
about
culverts
with
this year?
What's that?
We're doing all the culverts
No.
this year? No, we're just doing
No.
up till, we're just,
Eight,
we're talking half the
was it
road, right?
18 of them?
Yeah, I think that's
Somewhere
right.
around there.
It's up to,
Four corners.
it's
Yeah.
up to the four corners.
Yeah. That's where we
But-
left off last time. And it was the time that we were, time consuming,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we probably want to get the,
Well, we couldn't go above gallons someplace anyway, because that's on our hydraulic study,
yeah,
Right.
so we cut off there.
So I'm still then, do we need, even if we table it, do we need Summit Engineering at all, or are we gonna
I would say
go
no.
for it? Mark, what do you think?
Go for it.
Okay? Save a little money over there?
No, I mean,
Yeah, no, that makes,
if that road was all heaved in the spring of the year, like Dave said, it don't, I mean, there, it tells you
Oh.
right there.
you know, what
We gotta vote on this.
yes, we have to vote on that, but I've just, since we have Mark on the phone, is there any other road stuff we need to talk to him about? No.
Davis Road.
Yes. Have you been up to the Davis Hill Road?
Got graded today.
Good.
Did they do, Allister Road also, or Richardson Road?
Not sure if we did or not.
So what's going on Cricket Hill? I saw the patchwork, but there's still some pretty good sized, areas washed, from the ruts in the road from the rain.
Yeah, Mark, the first hill, I think he told me today. I believe. I think Mike went up and did something with that washout.
There's still, right up there by my turn, it's still pretty significant.
Yeah, I'll look at it tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? We're good?
Did you, you're gonna bring that box up there tomorrow, you said, Mark? That
We're
drop,
downstairs at town clerk's office.
oh, it must be still up on top of, I didn't go up to look at it before I came in,
Oh, the
so-
voter box, you mean?
Yeah, I wanna get hopping on getting that, what I wanna do is just look at the base of it, I'm hoping there's like some holes in the bottom of the legs. And I wanna make a template for that, and then, put some anchor bolts into the concrete so it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, I wanna take a piece of cardboard or whatever, and I'll make a template for it, and then, we can get that set in place, but I wanna see what it looks like too. So, but, that's no, Ron promised me he was gonna help pour that concrete. And I'm gonna hold him to it. It's only a third of a yard, maybe if that, so,
Bag it.
we are, I'll take my mixer, bring it down here, we'll just do it real quick for that.
What about the soil separator?
And the soil, what we're wanting to do is, Mark, did you hear what we got for a bid on, for the concrete work up there in the garage?
No.
We got one bid, and it was a mixture of two contractors, and it was, $20,000. And I believe that, we, meaning myself and, some of the board members may be here, and the road crew can get that done for a lot cheaper.
Alright.
And it would entail,
Was that wild enthusiasm on your part, Mark?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the list, needs done before winter.
Okay, right.
yeah, the oil separator
Yeah.
means a big fine too.
Yeah. Well, that's right, you gotta, how,
We're being taken.
I'm not concerned about that, it's right, it's just here, you can get so many things done and people on vacations and everything, so. Volunteering the road crew into pouring cement may be a good plan or not, I don't know.
All that day's work.
Right, but then something else doesn't get done, so it's just,
Well, you can't go with that, because if we have another belly washer, they ain't gonna do it anyways, but if we don't, they could do it, so plan on it, and go, make a plan, stick to the plan, if something changes, it changes.
Yep.
okay, now remember that, make a plan and stick to it, okay, okay, all right, sounds like you're gonna be concrete people, Mark. Okay, we need anything else for Mark, or you got anything for us?
Nope.
Everybody good? Yep, okay, we're good, we just need to, Mark, if you wanna leave, that's fine, we'll,
Oh, Mark, one more thing.
there you go.
You're still there, Mark?
Yeah.
Did you get an answer to your FEMA money?
No, I gotta talk to Ally about it, try to figure out when it comes in and try to put a spot for it to go.
Okay, no, I'll talk to the board here tonight on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, super, thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
See you, Mark.
Well, let's see, okay, what I need is a motion to accept the,
I'll make the motion.
The only thing I wanna throw in here first,
Okay.
I didn't see nothing. When are they gonna start this and when is it gonna be done by?
Well, that should have been in the contract.
Well, I didn't see it.
Let me bury this, and I'll see if I can find it.
I didn't see the contract, but knowing how things has happened in the past in this town, we're gonna have a start date and a finish date and,
Right.
and a clause.
There is, and I just gotta
Yeah.
find it in
Yeah.
here amongst the
I
20,000
thought-
emails.
Yeah.
A clause, if it's not, they pay so much.
Starting date and a finishing date.
Yeah.
It ain't there.
Well, this ain't the contract.
I know, but this is, I was looking at these bids, but it don't say nothing.
no, because when you look at the bids, they're assuming we're looking at the contract.
Right. And I didn't, don't remember. When them contracts come over my phone, they're so small.
I don't know.
I don't know, I can blow it up, then
Yeah, that phone.
yeah, you can blow it up, but then
Yeah,
you
but
have
then
to.
you're reading like 2 words at a time,
Yeah.
which you can't do it, right?
Yeah.
Some
No.
stuff now, I just say, okay, I'll open it up, go in and do an afternoon on the desktop and read all that stuff.
I was just trying to find it here, show you what I run against.
So we won't wait until we find the contract, because we definitely need to do this tonight.
Well, Brian said it's in the contract, I just
Yeah, okay,
wanted to know when they were gonna start.
So for my, nothing to do with this, I guess, kind of. So for my knowledge, they're gonna dig it up, compact it, put the culvert in, put gravel on it, and it's gonna be left this year, or is it gonna be gravel from there all the way down to Morristown line?
No, it's gonna
No,
be a
just-
base. It's gonna be, we're gonna put the blacktop, put the culverts in.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna come along. I don't know what's gonna end up, if the gravel is gonna end up on top of the blacktop, and then they'll come in, we'll get somebody to come in and grind it. And then after that, there'll be blacktop, the base put on it this year.
Okay, but Hutchins bid is just to replace the culverts,
Right,
paint it, put gravel on top of it.
right,
Right.
done.
Done, okay.
And then we're, in the next couple of weeks here, we're gonna have to get on to the reclaiming once we figure out
Right.
who gets the bid.
I'll leave
And
the bid
when they
opening
can
on
get
July
onto it,
20th.
when they can get it done, and then,
The town anticipates issuing a notice to proceed soon thereafter, which will begin, the 90-day contract period to complete all work. And then but that was just on one email, but,
could we do something? Could we take a couple of these smaller bids and get a hold of the Hutchins tomorrow and see when they could start and see how long it would take them?
I know, I'd say for $10,000 bid, different, or $8,000 between the two bidders, right?
Well,
no.
Menage is 65,670.
Oh, $30,000 difference between.
Well, that's the top and the bottom, it's in the next one
And
up.
145, 121.
That's 15,000.
Yeah. But the thing is, can they get onto it in a week or two, or can they get onto a week or two, or, you know? Where are they?
I think it's in the bid, they bid it, everybody knew what the bid was.
Yeah, so once we accept it, then we're gonna tell them, and that starts 90 days to get it done. I think, right?
That's what I don't
I found the
understand.
bid here, and I just gonna take a
Okay.
minute to
Yeah.
read through the 3 pages.
Ron sent me, yeah.
Because Lemoyle is the next bid.
What's that?
Lemoyle is the next lowest bid.
It is.
Yeah.
54.
Okay, it says right here on the schedule, the contractor shall commence the work covered by the contract on the date of, issuance of the notice to proceed, and shall complete the same within 90 days. Unless, the period of completion is extended by contract change order. Contract work time will be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, with road closure from 7 to 6 p.m., 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So once we submit it, boom, they're to start on it, needs to be done in 90 days.
Yeah. So July 20, August 20.
September, October.
Now, if they did go that full 90, that gives somebody plenty of time to grind them through there at the base camp, right?
But I think if we reach out to them, they should be able to give us a projection of when they thought they'd be able to start.
I know that right now, go on.
That wouldn't hurt, give me time to go to the use bathroom.
Ed,
Because then once we get through that part, then we still gotta do a bid for.
right.
Right.
We can be working on that and let that out.
Right. I
But
don't wanna
I
lead to a
agree that-
conclusion, but you think we would probably get
I
it.
agree there's a good base up there. I have no problem on that, but it's up to everybody else, but I'd like to see some gravel on that, just to bring that shoulder up. That shoulder's dropped off that much. It ain't too much to, some of them dooryards take a little gravel.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
How are you doing?
Good.
Hey, Ed, I got you on speakerphone. We're here at the Hyde Park Selectboard meeting,
okay.
and we've got 4 of the 5 members with us. And,
Okay.
and like I told you today, you came in low bidder on this. Our question is, I know the bid says you got 90 days from the day you receive the contract for completion.
Yeah.
We're kind of strapped because we got to do some grinding and stuff after that. When do you
Yeah.
think you can get on this job?
Right now, I would say we could get after that thing, waiting to take it tomorrow, it's probably 2 weeks, we'll have it done, so, but I'm thinking,
Okay, that's a fair answer.
He said,
Okay, so, I guess we're gonna vote your, we're gonna vote your contract. Okay, we're gonna accept your bid, we're gonna vote it in tonight, and you'll be receiving the paperwork.
You're gonna get 5 yeas, so we're in.
Well, we're gonna get 4 yeas right now.
All right, perfect, no, sounds
Do they have a grinder?
Okay, hey, do you have a grinder? Ed?
for the asphalt,
Yes,
we do not, no.
you do not, okay, cause that's gonna
No,
be,
we have to sub that out, much we need to, but we don't do it ourselves.
okay, but, okay, keep your eyes open, cause another bid is gonna come in right after this.
Yeah, no, our paving guy is aware of it, so he'll be ready for it. I will make sure you get it, so, we'll see.
Okay, I appreciate it, Ed.
All
thanks.
right.
Yeah,
perfect.
thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Goodbye. Be fair enough, middle of August in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so now we need a motion.
I make a motion that we accept Jay Hutchinson's bid to replace the culverts on the center road for a price not to exceed $45,121.
Second.
Okay. Any more conversation? And this is just going up to the corners? No, this is,
Right.
yeah, right,
That's stated on the.
right. Okay,
And to this day, I don't know if I'm talking Ed Grandu or Ed Blondin, but they're both.
that makes it easy, doesn't it? Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Anybody abstaining? Okay,
So somebody, it would generally be up to Ron. Ron will send Jay Hutchins the contact,
yeah,
the,
whatever it is, but now
Okay.
he knows, so
Okay.
that's easy.
We were talking
again,
middle
he's-
August, you're at the 20th now, so another month.
Yeah.
And then we'll work on getting that bid out for the,
For the rest of it,
reclaim.
yeah.
I put the bid out for the reclaim before he got the job done, just so.
Oh, yeah.
People can put it on.
Definitely get things rolling to one right after
Right.
another.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Definitely, Dave.
All right, that take care of all our paving stuff?
Now, I think.
Ah,
So you got
I'll go,
one,
I'll
two,
take it for another business.
Okay,
3 weeks.
another, okay, well, let me, because I know we got, we have somebody on the phone waiting for the Guion Valley Hall Committee. There's that, hey there, how are ya? Hanging in there?
Good.
Okay. Okay, and you guys, we, oh,
Did you get a look at that parking lot?
I did. I didn't get to talk to nobody.
okay,
I still knocked on that door, the one you told me.
okay, all right. We're ready? Did you guys read what they want to do? They're submitting a cultural facilities grant. Obviously because we own the building, we need to sign a letter of support. And, which is just supporting them applying for the grant. And what they're looking at doing with the grant, because remember we have, there's $17,500 that they have for whatever they're doing stuff. And we have encouraged them to find, matching grants. Liz, do you have a list of your, well, I'll ask you about, I want to know if you have a list of your priorities, because what they currently are asking for is, and the facilities grant is a dollar for dollar match. Okay, so they're looking for $10,000 to install 2 energy efficient heat pumps that allow us to use the building in the fall and the spring, and $12,000 to upgrade the electrical system for fire and safety repairs required by the state fire marshal. And to accommodate the heat pumps, and obviously someday to put some lighting up there. So of their 17.5, they're looking for, so there's the 22, they're using $11,000 to do the 50% match. But then they have down below that, they want to do $6,500 for new first floor windows to improve the installation.
And the reason the windows aren't included in the cultural facilities grant is they do not allow those sorts of structural improvements in the scope of repairs and improvements for this particular grant.
Right. I'd like to see a copy of your grant. The last project that we did up there, and I'm concerned about you, even if it isn't involved in the grant, like with the windows, because last time around, there were some real questions about the work and the quality of the work, and then it was over. And I understand I think the cultural facilities grants work on the, if they award it to you, they don't send you the money, you spend the money, and then you send them the bills and you get the money for it, right?
Correct.
Right.
So we're not locked in right now to whichever contractor we're choosing, but we did speak to a number of contractors so that we at least have estimates in hand that we can submit with the grant application, so that the financials that we have in there are based on actual estimates.
Okay. And do you have, I guess I'd call it, I seem to me recalling, and I can't remember whether it was a town meeting or the meeting after that, they talked about, do you have sort of a list of your priorities and how you want to do it? Because I can see a lot of times when there's a lot of demands on grants from the state, you may ask for $12,000 and you'll get $6,000. So, so if that were to happen, what's the priority of of the things that you would do? So I guess if you could, let's see, Ron's on, if you could email, I'd like to see the grant. I'm comfortable doing a letter supporting it. I'm not comfortable committing all the money that I'm comfortable with the match, but I'm not comfortable saying you should spend the rest of the money. I think you need to leave plenty of money there because the costs were, well, the roof was a little rocky road, as it were, and getting things cleaned up around it. So I want to make sure that that we leave plenty of money so that I think, getting the heat pumps and the electrical system done, that certainly seem to be the next things you need to do. But I realize that's what you're writing the grant for, but I would not be supportive of assuming you're going to do windows this year.
Okay. Well, I can share with you, we have a working draft of a facility improvement priorities plan.
Okay, yep.
Which outlines all of these things, so I'm happy to share that with you.
Yeah, that'd be
But
great.
I think we can certainly be flexible because thinking about the windows as being something that we would like to do this year, assuming the budget remains to do it. If the scope of doing the heat pumps and the electrical system, for whatever reason, comes in a little bit higher, we could postpone doing the windows. We could do just some of the windows. I don't think we want to spend that money until we know if we're getting the grant. And if the grant, if they decide to not award us the full amount, let's say they decide we'll give you half.
Right.
We could certainly do the electrical system, and that sort of creates the foundation for then doing the heat pumps the following year. And there are other grants we've looked at that we could apply for next year that are part of this same building communities grant program.
Okay, yep.
That you can only apply to one within a fiscal year.
Okay,
So
yep,
we've chosen the cultural facilities grant because it seems like the best fit for our project. We have a good relationship with people at the Vermont Parks Council, like Greg Palace and Michelle Bailey. They've been coaching us along the way.
There you go. Okay.
That grant are really helpful.
Yep.
But if we don't get it, or if we only get part of it, even if we do get the whole thing, we want to apply for this other building communities grant through one of the other programs next year to continue doing the work or
Right.
do whatever work we aren't this year.
Yeah, and I agree with Sue about watching the money, because if you wanna go back and look at the minutes of the last town meeting, when you guys up there gave your speech, you said if the town would appropriate that $17,100 this year, you would not be asking for any more money next year. So.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is we are going to be able to do more of our own fundraising.
Right, right.
So next year, if we go after another grant next year and we need to match it, first of all, it'll probably be for a smaller amount. So maybe it's, $6,000 to $10,000 and we only need to raise $3,000 to $5,000. Our intention is to do fundraising campaign to raise that money. So it's not coming from the taxpayers, it's coming from anyone who's supportive of the project.
Mhm.
Right, and again, I think all the more reason to, and I know, has somebody like Efficiency Vermont come in? I always know lots of times people go with windows and they think investing in windows is going to help keep them warm, and it's probably one of the lowest things on the list of helping you preserve, a lot more ceiling of a basement or an attic or that kind of thing tends to be a much better dollar investment for efficiency. Plus, again, I don't know, particularly with cultural buildings, if Efficiency Vermont might come in and do some, and have some good programs other than windows. Yeah, go ahead, Liz.
We did meet with them a few weeks ago. I wasn't there for that meeting, but I think they met with Mary Waltz and I think possibly with Al Spitzer as well. So they had some recommendations for us, and we also plan to use. So there are some small projects that we would like to do this year that we can use our existing $3,500 maintenance budget to work on. So things like buying new, sweepers for the doors so that the air isn't flowing out to the bottom of the doors, and sealing up some of the windows, sealing up the windows in the basement. So there's some low-cost DIY stuff that we're planning to do that won't require any additional budget.
Right, okay. Can you, I must have your email someplace if you don't have my email. Could you just email me a copy of the grant just so I can see it? And happy to sign a letter of, supporting you applying for the grant. And then I assume if you get the grant, will you then go out to bid on the electrical work?
Correct, yeah. So we have estimates right now. I think we spoke to like 4 or 5 different electricians, and we spoke to 4 or 5 different people who could do the heating system, and we are submitting 2 estimates from each of those along with our grant application.
Okay, right. We just for the town today, we went through, we had out bids and bids came in, and it's pretty difference between here's an estimate and then when the bids come in, there can be quite a range in the bids. So it's definitely, again, if you get it, we're gonna, and Ron can help you guys do that, figure out how to go out and do the bids properly and get a few people to look at it so we avoid the problems that we had last time.
Yes, agreed. Yes, I recognize that last time.
Well,
we rushed the process.
Yeah, that's right.
Because winter was coming and we had just gotten the deed, and so there's a lot of stuff working against us.
Oh, I know it.
We're really ahead of the game this time.
Yeah, we live and learn here, hopefully, Liz. Anybody have any more questions for? Let's see. I'll need to get you a copy of the letter, right?
Yes, and we need to submit this next Monday, the 27th. So if you can get it to me this week, that'd be excellent.
Yep. Okay. No problem. Super. Any more questions for Liz?
Yep.
I had one other item that was also in the memo.
Okay. Yep.
So the other thing that we're eager to do is to get Wi-Fi set up for the building.
Ooh, okay.
It's been impossible for us to have committee meetings there, even as a very small group sitting far apart from each other, like I'm sure you guys are doing right now, because we can't connect to the outside world to our meetings for open meeting law. We also have found that any events that we have done there, you can't even get a cell phone signal at the building. So we're just really limited in what we can do without having Wi-Fi. And we also see it being as something we can advertise to the local communities as being a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah.
We know a
Right,
But
right.
if we get your blessing for that.
I think that makes a lot of sense. The world, boy, you can't live without Wi-Fi anymore. For better or for worse. Dave's not sure if it's gonna catch on.
But internet is here to stay.
Yeah. Sure, go ahead and talk with Comcast. See what they can do for you.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, anything else?
I don't think so. So I'll send you this facility improvement priorities document. The
Yep.
grant itself isn't really. I'll send you what I can. It's an online form that I've been filling out.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely share it, and would love any feedback that you have on
Okay,
what we have in there.
okay, super, great. Thanks a lot, Liz. Nice job.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, have a good evening. Yep. Oop, okay, take that. All right, I got her letter. Okay, everybody look at the minutes. We need to review we need to, I think actually for signing the letter, I'm not quite sure. I guess we need a motion to give me the authority to sign it, even though I think we may have already done that, but Ron left it for me anyway, for supporting them applying for the grant.
So move.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. Anybody abstaining? Okay. Let me see. All the minutes. I like a lot of them because we had a special meeting and we went into executive session and then we came out of executive session and then we adjourned and said, okay, those are all right. We can do those. So everybody's okay. We just moved to approve the minutes. Well, let me see. We got 6:15, 6:29, 7:10, 7:14, and 7:16. Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Anybody abstaining? Okay. Reviewing the town orders.
Yeah.
We had bunches of them in Iowa Valley had, it's just getting caught up on the closing the end of the year and everything. But right now, we don't seem to have anything.
No bad thing.
No. It's like, okay,
Table that.
well, I guess we will.
Mark it on the calendar.
Let's see, the other business and notice of Eden Street closure. Yeah, so you and Brickett talked, right? So what was the?
Well, I think what Brickett was telling me, he was kind of more complaining about the state road. I mean, with the speed coming up from the roundabout, which is 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Coming out of that road is dangerous, and
Oh yeah, you're right across. It's right. They both become.
and my wife has always said, I haven't noticed it, but my wife's noticed it over the last few years since the roundabout is there. She said the traffic, and now I'm paying attention to it. She's right. The traffic comes up through there faster now than they did before, and it's 40 miles an hour. They're doing 55 by the time they reach Fitch Hill or Eden Street. I don't think that's going to take care of their problem down through there. I mean, I've gone down through there and come up through there since this all begun, and by the time I get going 35 miles an hour, which I can do it down through there, I got to get onto the brakes. It's 25 is the speed limit. That's what it is down through there. It's 25.
Well, if you go with Toyota, you can do 50.
Well, but I think you also, their concern was just having the traffic coming through, period. If you made that a dead end, they wouldn't have any through traffic. But
I don't think we should.
No.
Well, but I'm particularly
Because I think once
this
that
year with the.
once that gets out, Susan, you're going to have other streets.
Looking dead end, especially dead end streets.
Yeah.
I would be more inclined to it. To go to a dead-end street than that street. I mean, you're probably the biggest advocate also that you wanna get Hyde Park going, revitalize Hyde Park.
Right.
Why would you wanna choke off the road going into Hyde Park if you wanna revitalize it?
Well, part of the complaint is that there are so many roads into Hyde Park that it's not clear how you market it. I mean, that's just habitually has been what people in the village have said. There are so many ways in and out of Hyde Park that if you really want to do something, you sort of want to funnel people through at least a few roads instead of, well, we figure we got 7.
Yeah, I think there's 7 roads coming in.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's just sort of habitually what, if you want to sort of try to focus things, that's what you do. But it also seems to me, you know, when we did the better connections.
Yeah.
McMahon's.
Yeah.
Coming in by Morristown Corners. Eden Street. That street there, Center Street, Center Road Street. Hyde Park here, like a roundabout.
Right.
Black Road.
And the other one that. Yeah.
There's some.
I know, it's amazing. It's like, you know, every block has their own road coming in and out.
I'm definitely not gonna be for it, because for one reason, my sewer system goes out through that field, and that's a state land, and somebody's gonna have to build a turnaround there if you shut that down in the wintertime. And I don't need no trouble down there, because somebody's gonna have to build a turnaround.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you build a turnaround, next thing you know, a truck's down over the bank, you gotta get this in there and that in there. It's gonna be bad enough for me this year and my wife with them gonna run the water pipe down through there. Sewer system goes right out through there, and they're gonna go underneath it.
And
They're going underneath. Yeah, I was wondering, how does that work with your pipe? How are they taking the water? Is it right down? Is it next to yours? Is it?
Yeah, because mine goes right across the state road.
Right.
We grow it underneath the state road, and it goes out through that field. That state owns that land, that corner of that land, the state owns it. Well, I went through a lot of stuff we did to get a permit to go across state land. I mean, it took us a year to do this. And then I finally got the okay, and I borrowed all the way from our house down to across the state road and went right down through to the manhole. And he got me a 1% grade down through there. And I mean, you know, I don't need.
What does everybody else, are they on?
They're on their own sewer systems, and
Okay.
mine was failing.
Okay.
And I see it one year in the spring of the year start to come to the top of the ground, and I said, Shelley, we got to do something. So we got a price on a mountain system for another $5,000. I could go and burrow underneath the road and go down to the village sewer. So that's what we choose to do.
That's why you went through. Okay.
You know, and
So everybody up there is on their own systems.
everybody up there is on their own system. And that's why I said back when they were doing this job, why don't they think about that? And they're going to do the water pipe down through there. Why don't they put another sewer pipe down through there? Because someday these villages are all going to have to be on village sewers before it gets done.
Yeah.
You know, they're pressing that.
I think my vote would be no, because it sets precedents. If we did that, how many other people could come and say,
Oh,
listen,
definitely.
I want my road, I want you to maintain it. And we'll say no, they'll say, how come?
How about Parker's down there? That's going to send a lot more traffic down there.
Yeah.
And it's going to send a lot more traffic other places. You know, I think.
I don't, well, it's
Especially
it would be interesting to do a count, because I really don't know how heavily trafficked that road is as compared to against Centerville, that I mean, all of that's a steady stream going across down there and right by Parker's and, past the fire station. And I wouldn't think, and again, as the traffic's become faster and faster, with the roundabout, I would think there are probably fewer cars on Eden Street, just because it's more difficult. It's easier to go, particularly if you're going out to the main road, whether you're going to Johnson or, it's easier to go one of the other ways.
It's easier to go down coming up the fire station, wherever that road is.
Yeah,
But would send more traffic. Yes, sir. What if we put a counter up there?
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
That's a good idea.
Counter.
LCPC will put a counter
yeah.
for you
Yeah.
on all these roads.
Well, I think
It'd be part of the study.
we may have, you know, we were saying that, we did some with the better connections in the cars. We'll ask Ron when he gets back. Because we did that, because we did count, we were curious on Church Street and just the variety of streets, how much traffic there were, and coming off I mean, obviously the roundabout is the big one. You know,
Does that give you
that's the-
time of day and stuff like
You know
that?
what we
Yeah,
should do,
yeah.
just for feedback, we should just put something out there and see if people would respond to it, if that road was shut down. You know, would
Well, that's
people-
why what you can always do temporary things.
Yeah.
You can say, and you can notice it.
Jersey
You can say,
barriers.
do Jersey barriers and say, we want to try some different traffic
Then you get
patterns
your
in the
feedback.
village. Yeah. Well, then that's exactly why you can do those, you do those
I don't
sorts of
think that would
things.
be accurate this year with what's going on.
No, that's right. I think we gotta get all the
People
water
are just
system done, right.
Shooting everywhere where
Right.
nobody else is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on sane this year any
Yeah.
place in the world.
Okay,
But you're right,
I think-
I'll check, there was some counting done, and I'll find out what
I
it
think
is.
a counter would be the
Yeah.
way to go. I
Yeah.
would put a counter up on 3 roads. If they would, or 4. Put one down by Dale's. Put one down there by Chan Packers
Yeah.
on that street. And then put one on Eden Street and put one by the post office here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Put
and
4
again,
counters on. We don't care about 10
Yeah,
bends.
no,
right?
no. I think we actually have some of that.
I
But
think
I'll check, when Ron gets back, I'll look, because as part of Better Connections,
I
we
think
did
we've already
some.
done that on
Yeah.
Church Street anyway.
Yeah, we've certainly done Church Street, because that number was amazing.
And I think we've done 10 Bend Road, because
Yeah.
they were
Yeah,
hovering
okay.
about, they were scooping
Okay, I'll
up.
put that on my list and we'll find out. The little piece of land up on the Centerville Road, just so you know, the town attorney's working with that, so we'll get that
No,
technically taken care of, right? Traffic limits, suggestions for speed limit studies in addition to Cricket Hill, the North Hyde Park Road and Ferry Street. It sort of goes in getting the,
That's up North Hyde Park Road's up by the fire station.
No.
That's
By
it.
Bordeaux.
Yeah, you
How
get the
about that one?
Bordeaux.
How about that one up there by the state road? Remember by Roberts we talked about? Before the fire station, to see if we can reduce that speed down to 25 back up the road.
Oh,
from
yeah,
where it
further
was.
up the road, right?
That'd be a state, you gotta go to the state.
No,
Yes.
no, as long as it's still in the town
Yeah.
limits.
No,
Yep,
no, no,
that's what Ron said too.
no, because Ray Chauvin wanted to change the speed limit there because of Hope Joe's school bus stopping and kids stopping. And they came to us, and Ron's answer was
Yeah.
Ray Chauvin, and we can't do it because it's a state
Yeah.
road.
Remember we talked about that?
Wait, are we on the same roads?
We're on the state road
Route
by
100.
Roberts by North Hyde Park Fire
North of-
Station.
Hyde Park, North Hyde Park Road.
North Hyde
Yeah,
Park Fire
okay,
Station.
okay, right, all right. I think
And
it's
as
North
long as
Hyde.
the way I understood it, as long as it was in the town of Hyde Park, they would look at it and see if they could do that.
Yeah, the state would have to look at it.
Yeah.
It's a state road. If you want your mentality, Eden could say, okay, we want 25 miles an hour, and Lowell could say, we got 25 miles an hour, and Troy could say, we want 25 miles an hour. That's a state.
Well, I think all we're doing is asking them just to put the 25 miles an hour.
Right.
I know we're asking, but it's still a state road.
Right, but we gotta ask the state to do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
whatever we gotta do.
okay.
And what was the problem, how they wanted it that way?
One person that lives out there in that development where Brent lives said that traffic comes down through there too fast. And then I got looking at it when she called, and I walked down through there all the time, and I think she's right. I can't even believe that the fire department wouldn't
Yeah, it
want
has-
it
it has-
25 miles an hour to back up the road before it got to them, because it's after the fire station before it turns into 25.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's the road that you go if you could slow the traffic down a little bit for the fire coming down there.
Now, I had a meeting with Captain Marley over at the sheriff's department, and asked him to monitor Center Road, North Hyde Park Road, Garfield Road. Anyway, well, I got an ornament sitting on the front lawn right now. You'd be surprised how much that little
Slows people right
machine
down. Yep.
slows traffic down.
Yep.
Oh, it does.
Yep.
They had, the state had it up there by, the fire station just down, what's his name? Ward's, Rudy Ward's there.
Yeah.
They had it down there, and they've got a blue light on there.
Yeah.
I can tell you, that gets your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
And also, they were concerned about Cricket Hill, because I think what really spurred the whole thing was, the complaint from,
Right, how fast,
from.
using the trails. Right, folks using the trails and how fast. Right.
But the sheriff
Okay.
is gonna start monitoring these back roads.
Okay,
I mean, it's like we said the other day. All these back roads, you could post at 35 miles an hour. But you have to post them on.
Cricket Hill is at 25, and they did post.
Down around that corner by your place.
Well, at each end of the road, of Cricket Hill is posted at 25.
Now,
when,
okay.
when Ron gets back, we were looking at because I think we do, if I remember, $5,000 a year on signs, I think is what we spend. And we got a whole list of, here are the additional things that need to be posted. I think we were figuring out that each sign, not counting the labor, is about $125.
Post, bolts and signs.
Yeah. And then we have to get them up, so we spent, and
Yeah.
I think part are the 911 signs part of that too?
I thought it was
No.
something different. than
That's
they were
separate.
wanting.
Yeah, that's a separate.
That's separate.
You know the answer to this, Roy. To post that road, say this, the center road. It's 45 miles an hour, but it's not posted, so people don't know. To put the signs up, do you have to put the signs up every so many feet, or do you put a sign up here, and then where it comes on the road at Cleveland Corners, you have to put another sign there?
Yep.
Yeah.
So every time another road intersects that main road, there have to be a speed sign.
Right.
Right,
And you have to, like, coming off the 25 mile an hour down there
Yeah.
by the Marshall,
Right.
it has to be reduced speed limit
Right.
sign. If that is not done, then it don't stand up in court.
Okay. Now, how many feet you got between reduced speed and,
Oh, if
No,
you
we don't-
posted that, if you posted,
no, we ain't worried about that, we're not reducing speed.
you be what?
We're not reducing speed, because we're coming off a 25 mile an hour into a 45 mile an hour.
Yes, all right, you're right.
Because you're going to Hyde Park, they're coming.
You got to come in the other
Coming
way.
the other way.
right, the other way,
Yeah.
okay.
And there's one there, remember that guy complained?
Yeah.
And I went up there and stuck one in?
Yeah.
Over there?
Yeah.
Took care of that problem, I don't know if it slowed traffic down.
Okay. I think that's it. You got anything else?
What about, are you gonna start something, or are we gonna wait on that for the reports from the highway? That's what Roger wanted me to ask.
Well,
Yeah.
Mark Trent had a bad week. And because Mark's supposed to be here this week, because we're supposed to tell him what we want with the town, so we're gonna table that to the next meeting.
Oh,
Right.
He's had enough on
His
his plate.
family has been going through a tough time.
Now,
Yeah, when well, when we were here, we got a phone call from, Roger, and,
Roger. On that, okay. Today, when we were doing the bids.
He was saying he's getting pretty tired, and,
How's he doing though, other than getting pretty tired?
he said the strength is coming back, but it's taking time. And,
You just got out of Burlington again.
Yeah, but he did call, and we actually, it was during the time we were opening the bids, or just after we got them opened, and so we were able to share with him a little bit, at that time. So, but, one thing was brought up was, time cards. I guess that was something that was put in place, prior, and it hasn't been, followed through on, is to get the time cards, or electronically reporting. I know that's what, Ron was talking about, was electronically reporting. They go in, they punch in,
Right.
and when they leave, they punch out, that type of thing, and it's followed up with, Mark, following up with it and make sure that it's done on a regular basis. And, since the decision was already made in the past, we just have to make sure that it happens. And I think that's something we can discuss with, Mark, French when he.
Right, that was gonna be on the table to do with Mark, not only that punching and stuff, but he's gonna do a log like the state does.
Of what happened.
Well, that's right.
Mike Griggs, left the shop at 7:30 and worked on Jones Road. You know,
Yeah.
so we know what everybody's doing. Well, I thought he got his phone.
But,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
well, no, it's just, we already got a report that I think that's what needs to be filled out.
Yes, that's what Ron said, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gotta be enacted.
Okay,
So the other thing is, when we got here today, I didn't know if the bids were gonna be opened up upstairs, I didn't know if they were gonna be down here, and I tried to call in to find out just a simple question. And all I got was a voice recording saying that I had to email, Kim or somebody on the, webpage to get a response back. And I think we've gotta do something for the public to be able to, get a easier response. Like maybe answering the phone, and not have it go to voicemail. And, there was people here because of the cars that were, and Kim did come down and, bring us the bids down.
And when Roger called us, he had to call the house, ask Marlene where the hell I was, and he's down here, and he said, they're trying to call them, they're never answer the telephone, so she gave him a cell phone number, and he called him a cell phone.
Yeah.
okay.
What I'm saying, if they're here, why can't they answer the telephone?
Well, you know, we have no control over the town clerk.
I did know, but I did forget. But we do, the assistant, right? When she's here every other day.
No, that's all, she's under the town clerk.
Is Kim here? I hear somebody moving around.
Yeah, I don't,
I wonder if we
isn't
can have
that
her,
what that,
I wonder if I could email her and have her come down.
No, well, we can't, because we don't have a control.
No, I was gonna discuss it with her, her concerns.
It still don't matter.
What's that?
Still don't matter.
let
Our
me,
concern?
I will talk to Kim about it. That's the best, that's the best I can do.
And what is the rule? And I'm not
Right,
for,
no,
not, what is the rule? What other offices you see is open, I know, but it goes square footage, it goes by people.
yeah, it's how many people you can literally manner. And if Kim and Christie are here at the same time, you can get like one other person in and be in meet your required spaces that you need. Because, and literally the structure of it, keeping constantly 6+ feet apart from each other is difficult. And course, Kim is, you know, has health concerns. It's hard, there's just not a good configuration of the space up there, but you're right, I don't understand why you need to be able to get an answer to the phone, you know, I mean, if somebody's calling for something, just being able to.
I can understand not being open because of this until the governor released it, and he just added another month to it. So.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. And mostly, and he keeps doing that because that gives him certain things to be able to, that he needs to be able to keep doing. That as soon as you release the order, you can't.
So if you could just ask her, how come?
Yeah. Up the number.
And that comes from different people too. And Mark Frank brought this up to me. Where does the FEMA money go? If we lost the roads and we did this, or we
Right.
did, I don't know how much money we got into FEMA. But when we get the money, where's the money go?
Goes back into the general fund
Why should it?
to replace the money that we
That we
spent,
spent, right.
because we,
But, okay, let me take it down this avenue. Every 3 years, we put $30,000 into crushing, right?
Okay.
We put so many $1,000s into the maintenance of the trucks, we put so much maintenance, and to run the town under normal conditions.
Right.
FEMA, I mean, we have a belly wash like we did Halloween, and we go up and we use 25% of that $30,000 worth of gravel we crushed. So now come down the road, we're out of goddamn gravel. Mark has to go over budget, has more made. You see what I'm saying?
No, that money will go back to reimburse the gravel. That's why they keep track of, you know, how much wear and tear you put on all the equipment, how much you spend on the gravel, how much you spend on this, how much is overtime salaries, so that when the money comes back in, you reimburse it. Because Hyde Park is in good financial shape, we didn't have to go out and borrow money to pay those bills.
Okay, so
A lot of towns had to go borrow money
Right.
to pay those bills.
Okay, so come next budget time, and it's $30,000 to grind gravel. Are we telling the taxpayers that we're only going to need $20,000 of your money because we got $10,000 from FEMA to put in? Are we going to ask the taxpayer for $30,000?
you'd ask taxpayers for $30,000.
Yeah,
Where did that FEMA money go?
Right now it's in a hole, okay? See, if we had to, right now, basically, the town has lent money, our cash reserves that we have, to all these different accounts to pay the bills. When FEMA comes back in, basically what happened is those accounts will repay us. The FEMA money will repay the accounts that we have emptied. So basically, if you're lucky, it's all a wash.
Right.
Okay, so that you don't end up with a
I
hole.
understand all this overtime the guys put in.
Yeah,
And FEMA will pay for that.
Okay, but where's the money go when you get the tank? It does not go back to reduce the,
no, because you're not reducing it because it's this year's budget you've already overspent. What FEMA's money doing is giving you the money that you've already spent.
Right.
This isn't new money. This is money we've already spent.
okay, then why did we go over budget? When we get our budget report, why are we over budget on?
Because we haven't got the FEMA money yet.
No, that ain't the answer.
What I believe you're saying is that you're taking a resource, you're taking the gravel, fresh gravel, and you're utilizing it for the FEMA disaster or.
Well, we're using it for our roads.
Exactly. But all that should be reimbursed so we can get more gravel.
Right.
Because we didn't allot for it in the first place.
Right.
We didn't allot for the disaster to happen. And so what I think you're saying is that there should be some of that portion of that FEMA money that can be put towards the grinding to replace what was used for the disaster.
But you first of all have to fill all your holes, because FEMA doesn't reimburse you 100%. Okay, so if we had, make the math easy, if we had 100 hours overtime, they may pay us for 85 hours overtime. So we're still going, that event is going to have cost us extra money.
So the FEMA's more like an
Okay.
insurance.
Yeah, it's not, they don't cover you 100%.
Just like
I mean,
on repair,
because
you got a deductible.
But I've never seen no deductible on the budget. I've never seen anything deductible. It's right, if we had 100 hours overtime, come
Right,
June 30th, it's 100 hours overtime that we take to taxpayers. Where's the FEMA money go?
we didn't ask the taxpayers for any more money. We had it
Yeah, you did.
budgeted, we've spent the money. No, we didn't go with the event, we didn't have to ask for any additional money to cover the event. We did it all within our budget, because we have a big enough savings account in a variety of ways.
So it goes back.
To the general fund.
I guess it's going back to the various departments that spent the money.
Do you
Yeah,
know the,
right.
you know what the percentage is that they cover? 90?
Well,
Yeah,
we got, because we've done all our homework and have all the right policies, I think they're giving us 92.5%.
Okay.
We got the highest percent that FEMA gives.
Well, you better leave that alone. Because
Oh, yeah, because it's just filling holes, the money's
Like,
all spent,
they
right?
deduct on culverts, how long they've been in and what they look like.
The FEMA does.
So
They-
so when I
they
look at the
deduct
budget,
on
I look at the income, I won't say, and the expense. There should be a line item in there for the money that FEMA gives us.
Yes, and you'll see, if you look in the, Ally can show you, because to get your reimbursement from FEMA, you basically set up a whole separate accounting system for FEMA. So that everything you spent and every receipt and everything is right there. So that you can, in that sub-account, see, here's what it is. And that's what you submit to FEMA for your reimbursement. And it, just because you submit it doesn't mean they're going to accept it
No, I
either.
understand that.
Right.
But you see where I'm trying to get at, if we spent $30,000 for crushing the gravel, and we used 25% of it during the flood, he don't have enough gravel to go in his budget, so now he's gonna go over budget in his gravel.
No, he shouldn't go over budget in his gravel, because he's gonna be reimbursed the money for the gravel.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. When does that money apply to that gravel?
Whenever they get around.
Whatever FEMA
And
gives us
it
the
shows
money.
in the budget that it is applied.
It could be a year, or it could be 6
But
months.
it shows in the budget, it is applied to the gravel fund.
Yes, yeah, it will show you, again, because again, this FEMA with this, here's what they're giving you the money for,
Yeah.
and that's where you're gonna reimburse it. Here's where it is on your equipment, here it is on your
I'll look at the
overtime.
budget and see.
I got
About what?
Yeah.
75% that FEMA will pretty much go up to.
Yeah, and probably what you wanna do, and actually, once we get it, would be, it'd be a good way to spend a meeting, or to do a special meeting, to have Ally and Ron come in, and Mark to be able to run through the budget, so you see it that way.
Right.
Because that's not usually obviously not usually how we look at it.
But you can see where it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
The same thing in the office upstairs. When these girls aren't working, they're on FEMA money. Right?
When the girls,
I'm not FEMA working, COVID money.
Oh, the COVID money.
COVID money. Right?
Well,
no,
could be.
no, not,
Could be.
not necessarily.
That's a gray area.
Yeah, not necessarily.
They don't even know if they're gonna do any COVID money yet.
Yeah.
Nobody's come out and said it. They're still negotiating about it, right?
Yeah. You got no idea what's gonna happen with that.
Nobody knows yet. Well, as far as I heard the last thing, they didn't know what.
So, she don't work for us, her assistant don't work for us, but Ally works for us.
Yes. Ally and Ron are,
And she's getting full pay from the town, and we're not getting any COVID money back on it.
Well, you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that we can answer that, right? Because just because people are working at home doesn't mean you're,
Right.
just tracking it, I think Ron said he was tracking it.
That's all he said he was.
Remotely track it, then when
Right.
it comes time to submit, he'll submit it, hopefully we get, a good
See what you
portion
get,
of it
right.
back.
You'll probably get 45, 50% or something like that. But it's
I
better
don't
than
know.
nothing.
Right,
But nobody.
because part of what COVID will cover is like the cost of having to set up somebody working at home. So the cost of getting her a new laptop, making sure she's got the right connections at home, all that sort of stuff. That's definitely covered. So that doesn't cost, it's obviously costing taxpayers someplace something. but
Apparently,
It's not,
apparently they're talking about stimulus money again, right?
yeah,
That's why I understood.
yeah, they're just talking, so it's who knows. but-
No,
No,
but I
no.
was thinking,
No, so any.
how much
any of
more
those
money they gonna
costs-
hand out?
I saw them in Washington, they were down there picking the money off the trees.
They were?
Special gardens, right. So anyway, so.
That will get reimbursed back to the people that use it.
I don't know, man. It'll be interesting.
Definitely an interesting stuff. So I think now, is that everything? We can adjourn? Got anything else? I'll talk to Kim when Ron gets back. I think we got a bunch of these counts already done on traffic.
Is
I got a map.
Roy, when you're up to fire department, ask them how they're coming on their 911 signs. I haven't seen a sign go up this summer.
Yes, I've seen the whole Centerville work. They just done.
They did.
Oh, yeah, go up Centerville
Good.
tonight.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Because I got a phone call from, what's this? I explained it. I ain't paying for that. Oh, God. It's already paid for.
Yeah, it's already paid for, right, right.
They've been putting them up. I watched.
Okay, I'll leave those for. Okay.
They must
Take
put
those.
yours up
Yeah, ours is,
Yeah.
yeah.
just last week,
We-
wasn't
we-
it?
Yeah,
Was it Noise Farm Road too?
Ah,
Yeah,
Noise
you're in
Farm.
Noise Farm, aren't you?
no, we're on a little private road, actually. I think they're doing, Noise Farm's been done.
Yeah, but is your,
We're private
yeah, but is your entrance on Noise Farm or center?
center.
Really?
I thought that was noted.
I always thought that in Noise Farm when they got around the corner.
It's like, the village stops right there.
You in the village?
Nope. We got about this much of a tabletop in the village.
because Jeff Miller's in the village, right?
Yeah,
I don't know how the line runs, but
Jeff's the last one in the village.
okay. Eddie Webster's mother, is she in the village?
no,
And he's the last one in the village. I mean,
What, Jeff Miller?
Jeff Miller.
Okay. Funny line, the way. it
oh,
runs.
yeah, it is, right. It hooks right around that way. Right,
Yes,
I
it
apologize.
does.
Okay, ready to adjourn?
Yep.
Make
Need a motion?
to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay,
No, these things aren't shut off.
well, there's a little beep, but that may be.
Somebody is upstairs.
Yeah. Wait.
So when is the election anyways?
She shut that off, Ellen.
Well, August,
It's a primary, right?
yeah, the primary is August 11th.
What about the mailbox
Show
up
me where
here?
FEMA comes in here.
Well,